Is Luffy a byproduct of destiny, or did he achieve everything by his own will? After the events of chapter 1054 and the revelation of the true devil fruit of Luffy, a conversation came up. The conversation being, is Luffy a hard worker who attained everything by his own will, or is he blessed by destiny and possesses immense luck? Luffy possesses the Gum Gum fruit, which is later on revealed to be the human fruit, model Nika. This fruit is said to be a mythical Zoan that allows the user to turn into Nika, the sun god, Nika being a mythical warrior who is said to liberate slaves and bring smiles to their faces. Now, why is this important? Because this piece of information can be tied to Luffy's role and achievements in One Piece, which is to continuously liberate people from oppressors in almost every country he went to and bring smiles to their faces. Another thing that is important to highlight is the Gum Gum fruit that randomly fell in Luffy's hands. Before this human fruit revelation, we simply thought Luffy randomly ate a devil fruit Shanks just had lying around, and Luffy was the one who made use of a mediocre devil fruit. But now that we know its true strength and the fact that the world government has been looking for this ridiculous devil fruit for 800 years that Luffy randomly ate, adding on to the obvious Nika and Luffy parallel, of course people started questioning the many coincidences that led Luffy to the point he's at right now in the story. So to answer the question of whether Luffy's blessed by destiny or if he's fully responsible for his current path in life, I say it's a mix of both. The fans tend to think one of the ultimate messages of One Piece is that you are solely responsible for your life and that you should strive to do things without caring about the consequences. Now, that's not a bad takeaway per se, as it is one of the themes Luffy embodies. I have yet to see a character who vibrantly expresses taking responsibility for your own life and creating the reality you seek. But Luffy doesn't just have this mindset about life, he also believes in the opposite being letting go of things you have no control over and accepting the way the world flows. Now you may be thinking, hold up, ain't that contradictory? You said he has this existentialist, hyper-optimistic outlook on life, but now you're saying he's also a fatalist and a realist. How does that add up? That for me is the beauty of Luffy. The way he's simultaneously the paragon of free will and a believer in a reality you can't control adds to his complexity. In a nutshell, the message both Luffy and One Piece as a whole try to communicate to their viewers is that your choices in life dictate the state of your life. However, do not be delusional as to believe you have limitless power and control over the events that happen in your life. Proof of this is obviously Luffy's natural disposition to want to be in a constant state of freedom all the time, but also acknowledging the fact that the horrible events he experienced in his life were just out of control and he has to accept his limits and seek to grow from there. This combination of two different extremes and beliefs that shape Luffy's mindset also shapes One Piece's viewpoint on life. Now, if you choose to look at all the things around Luffy, you may come to the conclusion that Luffy truly is blessed by an external force. Looking at his blood lineage, he is the son of the world's worst criminal and supreme commander of the Revolutionary Army, Dragon, and he is the grandson of the nemesis of the former Pirate King and hero of the Marines, Garp. Luffy also possesses a brotherhood with two very important characters in the One Piece universe, Ace, who is the son of the former Pirate King, and Sabo, the right-hand man of Dragon, the Revolutionary. And finally, his relationship with the man who kickstarted Luffy's desire to become a pirate, Shanks, a Yonko and a former apprentice of Roger, the same Shanks who hypothetically stands in the middle of the One Piece world in terms of influence and power. All of these connections Luffy possesses accentuate the belief that Luffy is not just an underdog kind of MC we initially used to believe, but the final nail in the coffin that debunked the myth of Luffy being an underdog who was not blessed at all was the revelation of the true nature of the Gum Gum fruit, said to be the most ridiculous power. So if you were to add up all of these factors together, it would seem like Luffy truly is blessed by destiny. After the recent chapters, some fans came to this conclusion, which I can't really blame them, but I think people are forgetting one critical point. That point being, just how much of these resources at his disposal does Luffy use? Just like how people say Naruto goes against the theme of being a grinder or a hard worker because he's the son of the 4th Hokage and had Kurama as an extra help in his fights, people argue about Luffy's lineage and his new ability in the same vein. But really, did him having all of these people as family really contribute to success? Did his luck in stumbling upon the Gum Gum fruit influence his fights and give him an edge? He got absolutely nothing from his blood relatives, and the only thing his brothers gave him was emotional support. and the success he got in his fights were all due to the ingenious ways he used the Gum Gum fruit and not because of its nature. Luffy only tapped into the true potential of the Gum Gum fruit 1,050 chapters into the story. If he truly was a child of destiny like I've seen some people say, he would have been able to truly utilize the Gum Gum fruit ages ago. So while Luffy may have resources around him, he doesn't seem to care for it. As per his dry reaction when Garp told him his father is Dragon, or even when he found out just how important Garp really is, Luffy doesn't care for important figures and he most certainly wouldn't make use of them. Ideas such as important lineage or handed down powers don't cross his mind at all. He is blessed by destiny, but doesn't rely on it. This ties into his theme of freedom too, as the world blesses him and tries to constrict him into these particular roles such as son of Dragon, grandson of Garp, savior of Wano, savior of Dressrosa, etc. Luffy counters these with a carefree state of mind. So this argument of whether Luffy was born lucky or if he had to grind from the bottom up shouldn't be seen as one case or the other. It is rather by both luck/destiny and his own hard work/free will that brought Luffy to the stage he's at right now, being able to contend with the likes of Kaido, and it doesn't contradict the actual narrative and theme of freedom that One Piece tries to express. Rather, it highlights how despite being an individual who fully believes in one's own ability to achieve anything they set their minds to, you also gotta realize that you are human at the end of the day, and there are larger components at play in the world that could either bless you or get in your way. Accept reality while simultaneously rebelling against it and striving for your own path regardless of anything. That is what makes up Luffy.